Hello Skelevatorites, and welcome to stage 9 of my newest Snake Mountain build. Let's see what's going on. All right, friends, thanks so much for tuning in. Do click like and subscribe if you like these how-to build your own playset videos. Right now I'm making these teeth for the snake head and for the wolf head. It's a little bit tedious, but as you can see, I try and get a little bit of a curvature, try to make each tooth its own unique fang. And once I get the gums added in and the tongue and the throat elements and add these details, these things really come alive. And it's one of my favorite parts of this build process is seeing these things have elements that make them look real. Even though they're exaggerated, even though they're stylistic, there's something special about seeing those semi-realistic elements. Now, I've been building the Snake Mountain while also installing drywall and renovating our living room. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of a glimpse. Folks, lately I am exhausted, but I'm having a great time. I love making stuff, building things. And so that's what I'm working on at the same time, you know, and along with my day job and stuff. It's been a fun few weeks having both of these projects going at the same time. Now, I was making the demon heads there. I'm going to show you some details in a little bit. I wanted to make a kind of unique, sort of stylized, furry body for the wolf head. And now that I'm installing the teeth, this is where I always feel like a little bit of a dentist. Now that I'm installing the teeth, the heads are really coming together. So, man, this is the stage where I can stand back and say, this thing is coming together. Now I'm preparing to install some demon heads inside the Snake Mountain. There's going to be a kind of Hordak head there and 2 other demon heads that I can kind of have a little bit more creative freedom with, but I'm really excited to get those demon heads in. That really adds a lot of personality to the interior of this Snake Mountain. And this is the iconic sort of bat insignia that is above the gate. I did my own version of this. That's kind of how I do these builds. I make my own version. I want to say a little piece of advice for you all right now. If you are making things, and you got to remember that it's not going to turn out the way you imagined it. It's also not going to turn out the way that you are basing your design on. So as long as you know in your heart that it's okay, that what you do is uniquely yours, then you at the end are going to be satisfied. That is one of the key aspects of working on big projects like this. Just own it. Oh boy, folks, now it's time for me to begin priming. So this is me setting up my area out here in the backyard where I'm going to start priming this thing. Once you get that first layer of primer down, whether it be gray or black or white or however you choose to do it, I always start with white. The build really starts to come alive. It's amazing that how one color or one lack of color, one uniform shade can make your shapes really come together and feel in unison. So as you can see, I can still lift this on my own with the air dry clay and the plaster. As long as the core shapes are styrofoam, this thing will still be something you can lift on your own, but I highly recommend you lift it with somebody else. There's my sanding sponge. I'm gonna start sanding away and smoothing some surfaces before I get this thing primed. Right, now the priming stage. I always use Kills primer. This is a good one to get. It's affordable and it covers all the surface. It's kind of a nice thick consistency, and you just got to work it into all the crevices. And sometimes you want to dip your brush in some water to get some of the thicker consistency smoothed out. But yeah, this part of the process is, like I said before, it's where you really start seeing things come together. Manny, thank you so much for commissioning this piece. And I want to send a special thank you out to my patrons, MotuOriginsCork, Julia Honer, Carole Geis, Don Roberts, John from Figuratively Speaking, Thanos Copter, and Brick Something. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Every little bit you contribute counts. Look at this. I am so happy with this Snake Mountain build. It's really showing its true colors at this stage, even though there's lack of color. But hey, tune in next week for some color. Please click like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the Skele.vad.or channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy this nice extended outro of me closing my paint canister.